Chase, we hockey here with... Sorry. I got it on now. We're good now. We're good. But Chase back with the Blue Futon here. We're going to do 2 movies tonight. And the first movie is... Tidal Wave. From reading it, it's a Korean blockbuster from 2009. Have I seen it? No. But you know what? Let's get this tidal wave on and let's see if the tidal wave is good enough or high enough. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but let's just get this intro going. Yeah. Alright, just got done watching Tidal Wave. What's it about? About a tidal wave in Korea. Ha, it's a disaster movie. So, I mean, that's what it's about. It's hard to tell. 2009 disaster movie, tidal wave in Korea. That's it. So what do I like about the movie? Well, when the actual disaster things happen, it was actually very thrilling to watch. And I know, like in a lot of other disaster movies, like in the States, when the tidal waves come, it's all clear blue water. But in this movie, actually, when it's going through the city, it's a lot of brown, murky water, and it just looked disgusting. So it kind of looked more realistic than other stuff. The acting was pretty good as well as the comedy, which is a good and negative, because you don't expect a disaster movie like this to have comedy. Well, this one did, and it had a lot of comedy in the first half. So with that, the director has the background of just doing comedy films and wanted to try something different. So that's where you could totally tell. But overall, the set piece, CGI from 2009, and overall wasn't bad. But of course, the bad of the movie is you don't get the disaster elements until close to an hour and 10 minutes into the movie. The first hour and 10 minutes is basically getting to know all these characters, weird comedy. Some of it works pretty funny, and some of it's like, oh, they actually did that. But it was a lot of characters, so it was like girl whose dad died in 2004 in another tsunami, and people taking care of her, and then their extended family, of that extended family, as well as a mogul who is part of that extended family wants to put a beachfront shopping center in this area. So it's a lot of extended people in this first hour and 10 minutes that you have to get to know. And sometimes it drags on pretty hardcore. You're like, okay, let's get on with this tidal wave. And of course, when the tidal wave did happen, it was kind of short and subtle. Like, it happened, calm, then it happened again, calm, and then the last 10-minute crying scene of people's funerals and everything else. This review is very short just because of that reason. Tidal wave, good. When the action happened, it was hard-hitting. Comedy worked on some levels, good acting, and not bad directing, and not bad CGI for 2009. Other than that, pacing is really off in the first half of the movie, or probably first 65% of the movie, with weird comedy that sometimes doesn't work. Then when the action happens, it happens fast and swift, but then it kind of stops. Not as thrilling as The Day After Tomorrow or other disaster movies, but way better than 2012. I absolutely hated 2012. But Tidal Wave will receive a 2.5 out of 5 Blue Futons, which equals a 50%. Now let's see what the critics and user scores on Rotten Tomato gave Tidal Wave. All right, we got no critic scores. We got an audience score of a 48%. So there are technically 3 critic scores. You need 4 to be on the tomato meter, and there's all negative. So there's that. But yeah, for 2009, not a bad disaster movie. I think at that time, US Hollywood movies had a lot of blockbuster disaster films like that, and Korea was like, let's get one for ourselves. It's not bad. It's very middle of the road movie with the comedy. Like I said, you won't see a movie like this with the comedy and disaster elements combined, but there was a pretty good Final Destination bridge scene with a huge cargo ship with the connexes falling down and wires coming out. So some of the set pieces did work, and that was a pretty good Final Destination scene on the bridge. But other than that, Tidal Wave, have you seen it? Do you have no critics scores? A 48 of the audience are my 50%. This is Chase with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this Blue Futon Utopia, you Blue Futonians. And FYI, if you're on a beach like that and sirens go off, don't be like, I wonder if this is for real. No, run, 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 run.